Everything starts with a vision, and a man without vision dies. You will have good days and you'll have bad days, but you will always learn something more or something new, and you will learn more overall on bad days than good days. You may have arms and legs, but unless you know three things: number one, who are you and what your value is? Number two, what is your purpose here in life? And number three, what is your destiny when you're done here? If you don't know the answers of any of those three questions, you're more disabled than I.
Snowy and I have got a message for you today. We want to speak to you about vision. Vision. Where there is no vision, the people perish. Proverbs chapter 29 and verse 18. The New King James Version says, where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint. What does that mean? It means if you aim at nothing, you are sure to hit it. It means that if you've got no vision, you're going nowhere fast. We need vision. You know, at Shalom, we've got a saying here: you must attempt something that's so big that if it's not from God, it's doomed to fail. You say, why? Because when it works, see, people say there's no ways those guys could have done that. God gets all the glory because it's a miracle. We need a vision.
The difference between vision birthed by purpose and vision that you yourself develop is that vision from purpose is tied to your destiny. Vision that you invent is not tied to your destiny and will not fulfill you. It'll frustrate you. Vision is also a visual reality of your purpose then. It is when you see what you were born to do. Vision is foresight with insight that is based on hindsight. It's a combination of your past colliding with the present and taking you into the future. Vision needs a perspective. Your training and your preparation in your past is important. God many times will guide you to your future by giving you a past that prepares you. What is vision? Vision, again, is from this word optica, and it means this view of something in the distance. I want you to write this down. Vision should be out of reach, but never out of sight. God will show you your vision, but never tell you how you're going to get there. And there's a reason why. Because your vision is a glimpse of your end. Between the end and where you are is called the plan. The plan is the process that takes you to your destination. God will tell you your end, like he showed Joseph. He showed Joseph the throne. He's sitting on the throne, ruling, feeding his brothers. That's the end. God showed you your end. He showed each one of you your end. Everybody got a dream. But he never tells you the plan. Why? Because if he ever told you the plan, you would tell him, forget the destination. Because the plan is to prepare you for the destination. Right. So he takes through all these different changes to develop you. If Joseph knew that he had to go through a pit and prison to get to that throne, he'd tell God, forget the throne. That's right. So your plan is secret to God. Right now where you are may not be where you want to be, but it's a part of the plan. If you lost your house, or you lost your spouse, or a baby died, don't panic. It's all part of the process. God's working on character development, patience development, vision development. He's preparing you for what he has prepared for you.
The new generation, is it a weak generation? Are people weak? Are men weak? Absolutely. Men are completely demoralized and emasculated. And the reason is not because women hate men. It's because if you don't have purpose, if you don't see why you exist and why you wake up in the morning, you are weakened. We've not been told. We have not been educated why we exist, why we were born. And even children are asking, why do I have to go to school? Why do I have to clean my room? I didn't even ask to be born. This is not my project. I don't need to be here at all. So why do I have responsibilities? Why do I have bills to pay? I didn't ask for this. That is terribly dangerous. So the lack of purpose, not knowing why I'm here, undermines everything.
A man without a vision don't need a woman. He needs a vision. He needs a plan. He needs a task. A woman that don't know how to nurture don't need a man. She needs to nurture herself. For those that read the Bible, if you go in Genesis, you heard me, and you look at when God made the world, the first thing that God gave Adam was not a woman. It was a task. It was a duty. It was a mission. He told him to take care of the garden, take care of the land, name the animals. Adam wasn't just idle, sitting around. He was out living the purpose that God gave him at that moment. Then it was after that, the Bible say God saw no suitable helper. And then he made woman from man. So a man without a vision, without a task, without a plan, that don't know his purpose, don't need a woman. You need those things first. And then after that, a woman. A man plants the seed and a woman nurtures the seed that a man plants. A man builds the garden and a woman nurtures the garden. A man provides and a woman nurtures what the man provides.
If a man wants to marry you, your first question is not, do you love me? Wrong question. Why? Because that's not the first thing God gave the male. The first question a woman should ask a man who wants to marry him is, where are you going? I want to know your future. Show me your vision on paper. Why? You asking me to follow you. I want to know where you're going. What are we going to do together? Work before woman. Vision before woman. Assignment before woman. Your vision is the key to the woman's fulfillment. My wife is the happiest woman in the world. Because when she met me, I was already in my work. When a man has found his work, he secures the peace of the woman. A woman doesn't come to compete with you. She came to complete you. Now let me tell you something about women. Because God equipped them to help and they come into your life, if you ain't doing nothing, they're going to help themselves.
If you leave a man with a vision for a man with a television, you will soon watch that man with a vision in your husband's television.
It's dangerous to find a vision, because if you ever find a vision for your life, you might lose some friends. People with a vision are very narrow. Vision is the source of self-discipline. That's why when a person discovers their vision, they become a leader. When a person discovers vision for their lives, it automatically takes them into leadership development. And because leadership is discovering something that's worth dying for. That's when you become a leader. You pursue something that makes you self-controlled. And therefore, the man or the woman or the people with a clear vision for their lives live a very narrow life. This is a tough thing to remember. When you discover vision, you become very narrow. When a person has vision, they have a tunnel vision. The eyes become fixed.
Tell the quality of a man by what's in his mind, because he's only going to produce what's inside him. Right? So what he sees for his life is what he produces and what he projects. A man having a vision is basically his way of impregnating himself with ideas and then having a purpose of something to do. So vision gives you purpose. It gives you direction for every single conversation you have, the things you read, the people you talk to. Now you're dealing with a man's vision. He's trying to go into a certain direction. So anything that helps him in that direction is aiding him in his life, his purpose, his mission, his will, his vision.
Yeah.
But a man with no vision is blind.
I am a 49-year-old man with a vision board. And, the craziest thing to me is it's because I have so much clarity in what I want to accomplish in the future that I get highly detailed on what I want that vision board to look like. And then I Photoshop ideas and put it on there so I see it in the future. Listen to what I just said to you. I'm a 49-year-old man worth hundreds of millions of dollars who's arguably already incredibly successful that still uses a vision board as a tool to realize a bigger vision of my life in the future in detail. And it sounds absurd even when I say it. But man, it is such a great part of continually looking towards that better, more ideal, amazing future. So my subconscious and my conscious are constantly working on the